والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وأعز المرسلين المحمود الأحمد المصطفى الأمجد حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد. وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه الأخيار المنتجبين. أيها الحفل الكريم، سعادة سفير الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية فريدون حاغبين، سماحة الشيخ كمال مسلماني، سماحة السيد أبو القاسم رضوي الذي شرفنا من مدينة ملبون ليحضر هذا الاحتفال الكبير، ممثلي الأحزاب الوطنية والقومية، ممثلي الجمعيات الخيرية، الإخوة والأخوات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين. إن الله اشترى من المؤمنين أنفسهم وأموالهم بأن لهم الجنة يقاتلون في سبيل الله فيقتلون ويقتلون وعدا عليه حقا في التوراة والإنجيل والقرآن، ومن أوفى بعهده من الله فاستبشروا ببيعكم الذي بايعتم به وذلك هو الفوز العظيم. صدق الله العلي العظيم. ومرت علينا الأربعون جمرا وما جفت العيون العبرا، وما انطفأ الجمر في الصدور الحرا، فأي قائدين عظيمين فقدنا اشترى العراق مهندس الانتصارات وعباسها، وسليماني إيران الإسلام وقاسمها، وكم كبد معهم قد ارتقى إلى جنة المأوى عند سدرة المنتهى. سنبكيهم دهرا بعد دهرا كما بكينا حسينا وعباس والمرتضى. بأبي أنتم وأمي طبتم وطابت الأرض التي فيها دفنتم وفزتم فوضا عظيما. ويا ليت ملك الموت خيرنا بأن نفديهم بأرواحنا لفعلنا ذلك وما ترددنا، كما قال ذلك سيدنا المفدى السيد حسن نصر الله روحي فداه. وما الثأر إلا الصفعة الأولى رجت بها قاعدة الشر رجة وجعلتها هباء منبثا. كذب ترامب ما رأى وجوه جنوده عليها غبرة ترهقها قطرة. أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة. وسيأتيهم صفعة بعد صفعة أخرى حتى عن العراق وسوريا يرحلون أفقيا عموديا كما يشاءون. وجند الله قد اصطفوا صفا كالبنيان المرصوص من طهران الإمام عاصمة المقاومة إلى دمشق الصمود وبشارها، إلى بيروت الانتصارات وسيدها، إلى بغداد الحشد الشعبي ومرجعيتها، إلى يمن المعجزات وسيدها، إلى الأقصى المفدى لإلحاق الهزيمة الكبرى برأس الشيطان الأكبر في ساحة الميدان.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد. فسرقة القرن لن تمر وفي عروق الأحرار دم يجري. فلسطين لن يكون لها اسم غير فلسطين وعاصمتها القدس الشريف، ولو كره الكافرون ولو كره المستعربون. وهي وديعة الشهيد القائد قاسم سليماني قدس سره، ووديعة كل الشهداء القادة أبو مهدي وعباسة وراغبة وعمادة وقائمة القادة تطول وتطول. وعزاؤنا اليوم بذكرى أربعينية الشهداء القادة الحاج قاسم سليماني والحاج أبو مهدي المهندس ورفاقهما رضوان الله تعالى عليهما، هو أنها جاءت متزامنة مع الذكرى 41 لانتصار الثورة الإسلامية في إيران، فكانت شهادتهم شمعة مضيئة لدرب هذه الثورة المعبدة بدماء الشهداء. هذه الثورة التي كانت هدية السماء لعبد من عباده الأتقياء الإمام الراحل السيد روح الله الموسوي الخميني قدس سره الشريف. وها هي سفينة الثورة تنخر عباب البحار، يقودها ربان رباني محمدي علوي حسيني، إمام تقي ورع ولي فقيه، القائد الهمام السيد علي الخامنئي دام ظله. لا يهاب الحصار ولا الأعاصير، سفينته ملجأ المستضعفين في العالم والأحرار، ولا ترسو إلا على شاطئ الأمان والنصر والعزة والكرامة، فمن ركبها قد نجا ومن تخلف عنها غرق وهوى في بحر الندامة والهوان. فما كان الحصار إلا فرصة للإبداع والتطور والتقدم والعلم والرقي، حتى أصبحت الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية رائدة في العلوم النووية والهندسة الكيميائية، ورائدة في الصناعات العسكرية الدفاعية والهجومية. وهذا يحتاج إلى مناسبات أخرى لشرح ما توصلت إليه الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية من إنجازات علمية متطورة في جميع المجالات والاختصاصات. فاليوم جئنا نعزي أنفسنا ونعزي قائد الثورة الإسلامية الإمام السيد علي الخامنئي بذكرى 40 لرحيل فلذات كبده الحاج قاسم سليماني والحاج أبو مهدي المهندس ورفاقهما رضوان الله تعالى عليهما، ونهنئه ونهنئ أنفسنا والحكومة الإيرانية والشعب الإيراني العظيم العزيز بالذكرى 41 لانتصار الثورة الإسلامية، ونجدد له البيعة والولاء مع الملايين الذين خرجوا في إيران والعالم في هذه الذكرى العظيمة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
هذا أعظم بالمنطق بالعقل تعظيم وإجلال وتكريم الشهداء قطعا أفضل. لماذا؟ لأن الذي صنع الثورة والذي صنع الانتصار والذي صنع العز والكرامة هم الشهداء. لولا دماء الشهداء لما كان هناك دولة، لا في إيران ولا في غير إيران. لولا دماء الشهداء لما كان هناك رئيس للجمهورية. لولا دماء الشهداء لما كان هناك وزير أو سفير أو في كثير من الأحيان ولا حتى مركز علمائي. من أوجد الثورة ومن أعز الثورة ومن انتصر للثورة هم الشهداء الأبرار رضوان الله تعالى عليهم. ومن لم ينتصر في ذلك ومن لم يستشهد في صناعة الدولة استشهد في سبيل الحفاظ والدفاع عن أهدافها. ومما لا شك فيه بأنه ما من دولة في العالم اليوم تنتصر للمظلومين للمضطهدين للمستضعفين بشكل علني واضح غير الجمهورية الإسلامية في إيران فقط، هاي بدون أدنى شك. أحيانا نحن نمتدح موقف روسي ونمتدح موقف، لكن كل هذه المواقف خاضعة للحسابات اللي إلها علاقة بالمصالح، حسابات لها علاقة بالمصالح. الدولة الوحيدة المبدئية التي تتعاطى على أساس مبدئي في القضايا المحقة هي الجمهورية الإسلامية في إيران. قد نختلف في بعض التفاصيل، لكن الخط العريض هكذا، هذا الخط العريض. مشكلة الجمهورية الإسلامية في إيران ليست كما يحاول أن يصوروها بأنها مشكلة نووية، بأنها تريد أن تصبح دولة ذات قوة نووية عسكرية، وقائدها ومرشدها وسيدها ومرجعها يقول بأن هذا حرام، يقول بأن صناعة هذا حرام. طيب إذا اليوم المشكلة مشكلة نووية، طيب من 41 سنة شو كانت المشكلة؟ من 41 سنة ما كان في نووي، ما كان في نووي. من 41 سنة هناك شعب أراد أن يحكم نفسه بنفسه، هذا لم يعجب لا الأمريكي ولا السعودي ولا الصهيوني ولا أذنابهم. هاي المشكلة بكل اختصار. ثم لاحقا جاءت مشكلة أخرى أيضا ليست مشكلة نووي. بالأمس القريب سمعنا الرئيس الفرنسي قال هو يدين، الرئيس الفرنسي condemned the president of France condemned أن الجمهورية الإسلامية أطلقت قمر صناعي. طيب لا هو صاروخ، لا هو صاروخ مطلق، صاروخ ما في بارود. he condemned، أدانا إنه الجمهورية الإسلامية طلعت قمر صناعي. طيب وين المشكلة إنه الجمهورية الإسلامية طلعت قمر صناعي؟ مصر عندها قمر صناعي، بس طبعا مصر مش هي صناعته، هاي المفارقة، ليس صناعة مصرية وليس صناعة عربية وليس صناعة إسلامية. المشكلة في القمر الصناعي الإيراني أنه صناعة إيرانية، يعني أن هؤلاء الجماعة انطلقوا نحو الفضاء. طيب هو يقول أنه هو عنده نزل كمية الرؤوس النووية إلى أقل من 300 رأس نووي عند فرنسا. طيب ليش فرنسا بحق لها يكون عندها 300 رأس نووي وإيران لا؟ مع أنه عدد سكان إيران أكبر من عدد سكان فرنسا، مع أنه تاريخ إيران أقدم من تاريخ فرنسا. طب ليش أمريكا اللي عمرها 350 سنة يحق لها أنه يكون عندها كل ما يكون عندها، وإيران اللي عمرها 5000 سنة ما بحق لها؟ وين المعايير؟ وين المعايير؟ ما في معايير، في معايير ظالمة. طيب أنا بدي أتملك سيارة بس أنت ممنوع تتملك سيارة. أنا بدي أتملك بيت بس أنت ممنوع تتملك بيت. أنا بدي أخذ أرضك وأنت ممنوع أن تتكلم، وإذا تكلمت أنت إرهابي. المشكلة مع الجمهورية الإسلامية أبدا لم تكن مشكلة لا سلاح نووي ولا غير سلاح نووي. المشكلة مشكلة ممنوع على هذا الشعب أن يتقدم. في الصومال مثلا كما في غيرها من الدول عندما يصل أحدهم إلى مستوى معين من العلم، جماعة الوهابية بيروحوا بيغتالوه بيقتلوه. ممنوع، خلص أنت عندك حد، يجب عليك أن تقف هنا، ممنوع أن تتقدم. أنت يجب أن تبقى فقير، أنت يجب أن تبقى ذليل، أنت يجب أن تبقى خاضع، أنت يجب أن تبقى في الأسفل، وممنوع عليك أن تتكلم. نعود إلى الشهداء الأبرار وعلاقتهم بهذه المناسبة، ولادة السيدة الزهراء صلوات الله وسلامه عليها. سر عظمتهم، يعني هلأ أنت عندما تنظر إلى قاسم سليماني، أبو مهدي المهندس، لما بتنظر إلهم تسألهم أنت سر عظمتك أو سر قوتك من وين؟ من أين تأتي بها؟ بيقول لك أنا آتي بها من السيدة فاطمة الزهراء صلوات الله وسلامه عليها. لذلك لو ذهبت وبحثت في الدنيا كلها، إنه تلاقي واحد
الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين بالقاسم محمد، اللهم صل على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم بكلمات فأتمهن وقال إني جاعلك للناس إماما وقال من ذريتي، قال لا ينال أحدي من الظالمين. Respected His Excellency Ambassador of Islamic Republic of Iran, Hujjatul Islam Sheikh Kamal Muslimani, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, Salamun alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There are the two reasons we are here. Reason number one, to celebrate the completion of the 41 years of the Islamic Republic of Iran. I remember I was just 11 years old in 1979. I can say not complete 11 years, just 10 years and 11 months. One of the scholar and the intellectual, at that time he said, see, these ulama, these scholars, absolutely they are unable to run or establish the government. And then he said, see, you can write. They are unable to complete the 6 months. But that person passed away, he died. And there are the many people, those who oppose this Islamic Republic of Iran, they died, but still today, Iran is every day, day by day, getting more stronger. Izibtala Ibrahim. Of course, this was the test. Social boycott, sanctions, oppositions, war, media war, defamation for Iran. Entire world was against the Iran, but Alhamdulillah, Iran was blessed with the support of Imam al-Hujjah, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif. Because Imam was with us, Allah is with them, And if Allah is someone, He is enough for him. And that was proved. They were trying to make Iran as a weak country, became the strongest country in the world. Today is the 40th of one of the bravest person of the decade, or we can say one of the bravest person of the 2 centuries. The one who started his journey in 20th century, and thereafter he accepted the shahadat and martyrdom in the 21st century. See, there are the 2 things. Generally for the Muslim Ummah, people they are saying, see, they are rubbish, they are extra. They are ordinary. 2 different words, extra and ordinary. US and the world, they considered Iran as an extra country or ordinary country. And Alhamdulillah, our powerful, able, pious, righteous, God-fearing leadership made these 2 words and gave the miraculous meaning of this. You were saying we are extra, we are ordinary, we are an extraordinary country. Iran became an extraordinary country, extraordinary nation. Before, country was poor. Just now the clip was shown. Iran was poor, now Iran is rich. Before, Iran was isolated. Now the people, they want to talk with them. You know that. European Union, they want to talk with them. Other people, they are coming behind them. Before, Iran education level, today education level, Alhamdulillah, increased. In every field, when we are talking about the revolution of Iran, don't say not only this is the Islamic revolution. Islamic revolution means in all aspects of your life, able to lead the world. And remember the humble leader of the Muslim Ummah, Imam Khomeini alayhi rahmatu wa ridwan, he never said man. He never said I. Always he said ma, we. But there was a time when it was compulsory and necessary to say man. I hope my brother they remember. When Imam Khomeini arrived in Iran and thereafter there was the question who is going to run the country, who is going to establish and this and that, the constitution, the prime minister, the president, this and that. At that time, Imam Khomeini, he delivered this speech and he said, من دولت را تعیین میکنم من دولت را تعیین میکنم من دولت را تعیین میکنم. An entire life of Khomeini for 80 years who never said I, and 3 times at that time when the USA, when the Russia, when the entire world was questioning who is going to lead, he said man. إني جاعلك للناس إماما. Alhamdulillah, this leadership of Marjayyat and the Wali al-Faqih, this is the continuation of the Wilayat of Imam al-Hujjah, Ajjalallahu ta'ala Farim al-Sharif in this Ghaibat al-Kubra. Alhamdulillah, we are blessed. Therefore, Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, فَإِنَّهُمْ حُجَّتِي عَلَيْكُمْ وَأَنَا حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِمْ. They are our proof, they are our argument over you, and we are the hujjahs from Allah over them. And here the hadith from 8th and 10th Imam about the Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha. Today is the birth anniversary of Bibi Fatima, Mother Day. It was also marked by Imam Khomeini. Our 2 Imam, they said, Nahnu hujjatullah ala al-khalq. Ahlul Bayt, they are not hujjat on the Muslimin and Mu'mineen, or the human being. They are not hujjat on the haywanat. They are hujjat ala al-khalq. And thereafter he said, and ummuna wa jaddatuna Fatimatu Zahra, Jadda Fatimatu Zahra, she's hujjat over the all aimma. Alhamdulillah, today, this occasion, there was the 2 occasion coincide with the another birthday of Bibi Fatimatu Zahra salamullah alayha. Last but not least, completion of the 41 years. Because there were the many things I would like to share with you about the success and the victory of Iran, inshallah, in next occasion. according to the Quran, because my brother Zirani, he started Iza Ja'a Nasrullah al-Fath. I am going to conclude with Inna Fatahna Laka Fatham Mubina. That was the open victory for the Iran, and Alhamdulillah, world accepted. Now the remembrance of the two martyrs, Shaheed Qasim Soleimani. That was the great loss. But you know that these sacrifices, this martyrdom, this shahada gave the energy to the ummah. It made the ummah united. It made the ummah stronger. And therefore, remember, after the shahadat of Mohandes, Qasim Soleimani and the other shahada, there was the funeral in Najaf, Karbala, Qadimain, Mashhad, Qom, and thereafter in their town, more than 100,000 people. Millions of people they attended. Actually, that script the victory of the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Tashayyu in the entire world with this word, Inna Fatahna Laka Fatham Mubina. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The event is organised by the Australia-Iran Friendship Association. Our president, Mr. Majid Al-Hamniya, is here, and we are taking applications for membership today. As everyone else has said already, today is to recall two things. The first is the 41st anniversary of the Islamic Republic of Iran. 4 decades of revolution, dignity and independence. You've already heard a lot about the achievements of the revolution, the fruits of the revolution, the fruits of 4 decades of mature leadership, of investment and application in the people of that country. I want to say now that those of us who defend Iran are fortunate because there are many independent indicators of the advances made in Iran in the last 4 decades. When, for example, the enemy or uneducated people say offensive things about Iran, we can go to independent sources, the United Nations Development Programme, that points out the tremendous advances in health and education in Iran, that points out that Iran is amongst 2 countries with the strongest human development in the world. One being China, which through its tremendous economic development ranks very highly, and the other one being Iran because of the massive increases in education and increases in health, in particular in children's health there. And we go to the same agency to point out the support that the Iranian population has for its government. We don't have to ask Tehran about this. We can go to the UNDP again, and they measured 2 years ago that 71% of the population trusted their national government. That's from an independent agency. Let's compare that. Their figure for the US was 39%, almost half that in the US. So we can take with a grain of salt the insults that are thrown against Iran at this time. We have American universities, the University of Maryland, that points out the popularity, for example, of the late Qasem Soleimani, for example, that before his death, well over 80% of the population admired him and felt he was a force for good in their country and in the region. Now, I want to say something about the power of the martyr now, because of course, as many have pointed out, this is 40 days after the cowardly assassination of the great heroes of the region, Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis and General Qasem Soleimani. It's difficult for most human beings to recognise that this is not a tremendous loss. All of us have been grieving. All of us have been saying what a tremendous loss it's been for Iraq, for Iran, for the entire region, for the resistance across the region. And I don't think we can escape that. But at the same time, there is the other dimension to the power of the martyr that we've observed just in the last month or so. And I want to make some observations on that. You know, there was the strike by Iran on the enemy in its air base in Iraq. And many of us say, but that's not enough. It's not enough. Those of us who are not who don't have the patience of military commanders will say that is not enough. But let me point out a couple of things about the power of this martyrdom. With the death of dear Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, Iraq, for the first time in many years, galvanised itself in a unity to reject the enemy from its country. It had not been able to do that. It was by the sacrifice of Muhandis that Iraq came together to make that very firm statement, unanimously to reject the enemy from its country. In the Islamic Republic of Iran, the government struck directly at the enemy, not just the enemy of the region, the enemy of the entire world, the independent and free people of the world. Struck directly at that enemy and said with the voice of the regional leader, not just the voice of the Islamic Republic of Iran, that the goal is to expel the enemy from the entire region. This was new. It came about through the sacrifice of dear Qasem Soleimani. In the parallel resolve we saw from the leadership of the resistance in Lebanon, with the gesture of the enemy coming in vertically and leaving horizontally. The ongoing Syrian Arab Army advances in Syria, regardless of the noise coming from the enemy and its associated puppets in the region. A massive reaction in Western media, in Western social media. This is a huge field of discussion and intellectual exchange dominated by the United States companies, but where they could tolerate horrific massacres and the crimes of the sectarian gangs that they've employed in the region, they could not tolerate millions of people shedding tears for Shahid Qasem Soleimani. We were expelled from that social media. Maybe it was our fortune, or we were suspended or expelled for showing pictures of the funerals in Iraq and in Iran of Shahid Soleimani. They couldn't tolerate that. Of course, the enemy has banned and labelled as some type of enemy or dangerous persons more than 25 countries and those who do business with those 25 countries. So you can see the entire world is being embroiled in this process. But with the result of them attempting to expel any type of sympathy for the resistance in the world, they are forcing a global undermining of the US social media monopolies. The arrogant moves over Palestine to use the opportunity, the apparent opportunity, of course, it was the colony in Palestine that urged the murder of the two martyrs, but to try and force the extended colonisation of Palestine while we oppose it verbally, while we oppose it with the myth that sits there of two states. We know that under the surface, really, that all they are doing is building a single apartheid state which will destroy their legitimacy in the world. They are doomed to extinction because they are moving inexorably towards an apartheid state, and the people of Palestine are not going away. These contradictions are being brought to the head through the sacrifices of our two dear martyrs. Then, of course, finally, we have the economic war on the entire region. We see with the attack on Lebanon late last year, now we have really all the independent peoples of the region, across the region, under an economic war, an economic siege. And this is forcing the reconstruction or the construction of a financial architecture, a new global financial architecture, which is going to put an end to the domination of the enemy of all of the independent and free people of the region. So we have much to mourn this year with the loss of our two dear martyrs, but there's also much to celebrate and pursue in this year, or perhaps it's a decade of Soleimani. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم واعتصموا بحبل الله جمیعا ولا تفرقوا واذکروا نعمت الله علیکم اذ کنتم اعداء فألف بین قلوبکم فاصبحتم بنعمته اخوانا وکنتم علی شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. Salaam alaikum. Actually, I am very much humbled by this very great association of sisters and brothers from all walks of Muslim society here in Australia, Sydney. And words actually are not enough to help me to express my gratitude on behalf of people of Iran, on behalf of my respective government, and on behalf of Ayatollah Khamenei, Imam Khamenei, Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran. But at the same time, I have to say a few words. Of course, whatever was said was eloquently, explicitly, very much efficient. There is no need for me to elaborate on what was said. But I would like to thank my very dear friend, my brother Haj Hossein Dirani, the Ahlul Bayt World Assembly representative, Sheikh Kamal Muslimani. Well, he denies that he owns the place or he owns the occasion. But whatever you say, sir, we are very much indebted to your presence, to your deeds, and the impact of all your efforts. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this occasion, and thank you for the nice words you said. And also, very eloquently, you did deliver some kind of ideological outlook behind what we do in Iran and the rest of Muslim community in the world and in our region. Also, Sayyid Abul Qasim, my pronunciation is different with that of the rest of the people. Sayyid Abul Qasim Razavi. Very much appreciated, sir. And your very heartfelt elaboration over Islamic Republic of Iran and the role of Supreme Leader and leadership and also people and also our lost treasure, both General Qasem Soleimani and Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis. These are the losses which we suffer for the rest of our history. Dr. Tim Anderson, thank you very much, sir. Well, I cannot give any better explanation of what Iranian people achieved throughout the 41 years of their history in terms of science, technology, and social standards, education, and all the rest of the matters you pointed out. My very dear friend, Mr. Majid El-Hamniya, the president of IFA, thank you very much. Behind the scenes, I know you've been very much active and very much productive. And the main reason I'm here today is that he is arranging everything between our embassy and the rest of sisters, brothers here. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, brothers, sisters, ladies, gentlemen, today we have three occasions as it was mentioned. The first occasion is the celebration of the birth of this heavenly fruit of the house of Prophet Muhammad. In fact, in my town, in my country, Iran, today is the day that is called Women's Day or Mother's Day. And on my way to this session, I sent my heartfelt congratulations to my mother, to my wife, to my daughters, and to my daughters-in-law. And in fact, this is the source of unity between us in Iran and the rest of our sisters, brothers out of Iran. Fatima Zahra, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, is in fact the cornerstone of Ahlul Bayt, the foundation of Ahlul Bayt. And we cherish this occasion deep inside our hearts. At the same time, at the 41st anniversary of victory of Islamic Revolution, once we look back in retrospect, there are a lot of lessons to tell, and to teach and to convey. 18 coups d'etats, massive war on behalf of Saddam Hussein, which was representing the rest of the world. Saddam Hussein was, so to say, a satellite ally of then Soviet Union, and at the same time supported by some states in our Persian Gulf, and also the West, and the greatest power which we know. We survived that war proudly and powerfully. And then there came about waves after waves of sanctions. And very recently, we saw 12 intelligence organizations of United States and some others, Israel, worked for 3 years to disrupt democracy in Iran and the life in Iraq. At the time they felt we are at the weakest point, a miscalculation, took place this cowardly assassination of our two heroes. What happened then? Millions upon millions of people came to the streets, not only in Iran, not only in Iraq. From Far East, from India, all the way to north of Africa and Africa, and some cases Latin America, Europe, and United States itself. That all means that we had something to prove, and we have achieved it. Human being, human histories, major achievement has been said to be democracy. What is democracy about? Democracy is all about people's participation in shaping up the foundations of the society upon their own will and wish through the ballot box. What we have today is unprecedented type of authentic democracy on the face of the earth, which human history has not seen the like of it yet. At the same time, we look at the kind of the life of those who claim to be very much democratic. All the democratic foundations of the greatest power in the world is failing. It was said, and it is established fact. So, Iran has proven capability of establishing democracy on the basis of what? On the basis of Quran, teachings of Prophet Muhammad, teachings of Ahlul Bayt. There is a difference between us and them. The very difference is here. In our Islamic society, people count, but people's heart is driven by Allah the Almighty. لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت بين قلوبهم ولكن الله ألف بينهم إنه عزيز حكيم. This is the mystery. This is سر العظمة. سر العظمة is here. A kind of society which is based upon, on the one hand, will and wish of the people, on the other hand, support on behalf of their source of all authenticities, all the values which can direct human being towards the type of global society which everything will be in balance, justice will prevail. We know that these days there are questions about how to maintain justice in that great country. The president orders the judge to explain, to change the ruling of the court. This is what's happening there, and this is what we are following throughout the Islamic world, throughout our homelands. And this is the power that Islam, Quran gives us. And this is where we can proudly gather around and get together and be a unified, all-out system, a unified multinational society which works for the betterment of human being. And the second occasion, the 40th, in other words, 40 of martyrdom of General Haj Qasem Soleimani and Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis. Well, as we see from the outset, these two brothers of us, they allocated their whole life to uphold Sha'air Allah, to uphold, to protect the people throughout the region. This took their whole life. But it didn't finish in bed. Their life didn't finish in some unknown corner. Their life was sacrificed to ignite the greatest occasion on the face of the earth. Who remembers where in the history we can find two generals of the two neighboring countries be martyred, be assassinated. And then this huge power of people comes to the scene. This is a great message on behalf of the owner of life and death. People's heart is in the hand of Allah. And this is in fact one of Ayatullah, one of the signs of the Almighty. Martyrdom of these two heroes of Muslim world has sent a message to the Western world that, look, all your calculations have been foiled, you've been mistaken. And to ourselves, reminded once again that we are not alone. ما خلقت هذا باطلا. Our humble servitude before the Almighty is based upon this. رب ما خلقت هذا باطلا. And from this point on, the path towards our destination is clearer than ever before. First of all, on the one hand, we are trying to surpass the boundaries of science and technology. Iranian universities are open to all the youth throughout Muslim and non-Muslim societies, countries, communities. We are there to develop the life standards, quality of life, of living standards among ourselves. On the other hand, we will prove to human being today that today's civilization has a lot of shortcomings. We are there to help you, to help the rest of the mankind, together to build up, to try to minimize the shortcomings, the fallacies. There is no need for so much injustice. There is no need for so much lie. We are there to tell the rest of the world that let's work together to build up that kind of society which all prophets came to direct people towards it. And thirdly, well, among our brothers in the region, we are telling everybody that you are not alone. Today we know what has happened in Palestine. Palestinians are not alone. Many governments have left them. Many of those who were supposed to support them left them. We will not. Iran will not. For the very simple fact, which has been explained by me and by all of you, we cannot leave our obligation towards our brothers and sisters. We just cannot do that at any cost. Thank you very much.